paper markets just had their 1980 moment, gold down 25% from its highs, silver losing nearly 40% of its value in a single week. If you're watching the mainstream financial news, this looks like a funeral. They're calling it the end of the precious metals trade. But if you know how to read the Basel III scoreboard, you know this isn't a funeral, it's an eviction notice. What we are witnessing is the violent final decoupling of the paper price from the physical reality. And if you panic sell now, you are handing your wealth directly to the very institutions that engineered this crash. Let's dissect the trigger. Last week, the nomination of Kevin Warsh as the new Fed chair sent a shockwave through the algorithm bots. Warsh is a hard money hawk. The market immediately priced in a stronger dollar and higher rates. That was the spark. But the explosion came from the CME group. Almost simultaneously, they hiked margin requirements on silver futures by 15%. If you are a hedge fund holding silver on 10-to-1 leverage and suddenly the exchange demands more cash, you have to sell. They chose to sell. It was a forced liquidation, a controlled demolition of speculative capital. But here's the key. While billions of dollars in paper silver were sold, not a single ounce of physical silver actually moved. Why does this matter? Because under the old rules, banks could short the market endlessly using unallocated gold, essentially IOUs. But as of July 2025, the US fully implemented the Basel III Endgame provisions. The rules have changed. Physical allocated gold is now a Tier 1 asset, risk-free just like cash or treasuries. But unallocated paper gold, it now carries an 85% required stable funding penalty. It's prohibitively expensive. Banks are being forced to choose, hold the real bars in their own vaults, or exit the paper market entirely. This volatility, it's the banks clearing the decks. They are shaking the tree to flush out the paper specs. Don't believe me? Look at the inventory. COMEX registered silver is at a multi-decade low of 103 million ounces, yet open interest represents over 400 million ounces of claims. That is a 4-to-1 leverage ratio. The real canary in the coal mine is the EFP, the exchange for physical spread. Usually this is pennies. Right now, it's screaming at over 140. You cannot print silver to satisfy a solar manufacturer or an AI plant. They need the metal, and the COMEX is running on fumes. The arbitrage is undeniable. The West is panic selling paper, while the East is draining the vaults of physical bullion. Right now, as we speak, buyers in Shanghai are paying a $5 premium over the spot price for immediate delivery. The crash you just saw was the sound of the paper door slamming shut. The physical door, that one is just starting to open. The banks have cleaned out the speculators. Now they are coming for the supply. If you hold paper, you're a victim. If you hold metal, you're the bank. Ignore the noise. Watch the vault flows. I'm Julian Weber for the Aurelian Report. Stay sharp.